Okay, so this is a little tutorial about the decals and getting them kind of a start to finish thing. This is not actually going to be start to finish, but it's going to be close. This is the app I use to do it. And as far as images go and backgrounds and things like that, I just look on the internet for free images, find something I like that I want to use, and save it down to, I do everything on the phone. So I bring it down to my phone and I bring everything into here. Now we do have templates that my son found on the internet somewhere for trucks, SUV and a trophy truck and a regular truck, things like that that we use. But this is one, of course, you got ads. You guys know there's probably going to be ads on everything that you try to do. But this is one I've already started, and this is the SUV template that we did. And what I did, I found three images, background images that I liked that I just wanted to play with. So the middle, left side, and right side are all three different images that I've brought in on top of this template and erased what I didn't want to have. And then what I do is I start overlaying photos. This is basically a photo overlay. You can do this in Photoshop. Of course, I'm sure Photoshop is amazing to do this stuff in. We do it pretty primitive. I do use Adobe Lightroom, but that is just to tweak color and clarity and sharpness and things like that. But this is what I mainly use. And I use this function here. It's the add function, and of course it brings up the photos that you have on your phone to use. I'm putting our radiator graphic on here, and I'm just doing this to show you. I'm going to crop this image because I don't need all of it. So I crop it, and then I turn it because I'm going to put it over here. As you can see on the left side, I've already done it. I take it down to where I can see through the thing pretty good. That way I can get everything positioned where I wanted it. And when I'm positioning it, I'm looking, am I how much into the wheel wells I am. You can't see it very well, but I'm in the wheel well there. But you just position it where you want, and then what I do is the eraser tool. I take the eraser tool and I go to the smallest setting, and then we'll see y'all come in and zoom in, and then I just start the process of this. I'm taking out the parts of the image that I don't want, and getting everything set the way I want it to be, and it'll look how I want it to. You take out, like I said, you're just taking out parts of the image that you don't want, and that's basically it. That's basically graphics for us. We'll do this. I get everything set the way I want it to, how it's looking, and then I take it into Adobe Lightroom, and like I said, I'll play with clarity. I'll play with the colors. I'll play with the sharpness, stuff like that, just to get the thing tweaked to where I want it to, how I want it to look. And that's the graphic process, how we do this. Like I said, just free images on the internet. I have drawn out some. I brought up the template in here. You can actually draw on these things if you want. I'm going to undo this here so I can show you. There's a draw tool. And they have different options here too. You can do shapes and things like that, but a lot of times I'll just use this, and you can pick a color, or just, or you can use the slide bar to do your color, however you want to do it. And you can go in, you can go in and 2 fingers to, and you can go in and do the coloring yourself and do the graphic however you want to. It's a simple and easy way to do it. And that's why we use it, because it is simple and easy. And I'm sure there are 1,000, 100,000, 200,000 different ways that you can do this process. I'm sure there are simpler ways. I'm sure there are easy ways. I'm sure a lot of guys use Photoshop. I am not a fan. I am a photographer. It's my side business. I don't even edit photos in Photoshop. Photoshop is a difficult program to learn to use. I'm 50 years old and I ain't got time to learn it, so I just use the simple things like this. This process is working for us. I think we're doing pretty good with it. So this is what we use to do our graphic work. No, it's not anything fancy. Like I said, it's just we're just layering photos. You can take any one of these, any photo you got, and overlay it with, put any image on here you want, and just go in and take out what you don't want off of it. And you can do this however. You can make your erasers big or as small as you want. I'll tell you some if you stretch images like, too much, the eraser tool becomes a little bit difficult, because it'll be like wider than you want it to be, to get into the fine details and stuff. And sometimes you can't zoom in like this. This one's doing pretty good where you can zoom in real tight. But sometimes you'll get an image you're wanting to use and you can't do it. Polish is free. It's free on the App Store. I assume it's free on whatever Apple's thing is. You can download it and you can try it. There are other ones out there. PixArt is a really good one. I used to use PixArt. I stopped using it because most of their real functions that I was using became subscription based, and you had to subscribe. Like I said, Polish is free. You do have to deal with ads, but it's better than $9 a month for something like this. But this is the graphic process. This is how we set everything up. And in the next part, we're going to show you how we do sizing and stuff like that. And I'm going to warn you right now, it's primitive. Like I said, we do not use fancy stuff like Photoshop. I have no idea what the math is to be able to, just go in and change some settings on the image to be able to make it come out exactly right or anything like that. We kind of work off the cuff here at our place. But we will show you that process here next. I actually just printed a graphic, and I'm going to have to print another one here pretty soon. So I'm going to film that part, show you what we do. You'll probably laugh your head off. I'm sure every other customizer, if they're watching this, will laugh their head off at what we're doing. Like I said, we just haven't figured out a better way for us yet. So we're just going with our trial and error and what's working for us currently. But we are always on the lookout to make things better and be able to do things better, including graphics, because we're fairly new to this. We just started doing this kind of stuff a year ago. We've had our printer a year now, so we're not experts at it yet. But we'll show you that part, and then we'll show you the application part coming up. Okay, so the next part of this process is when we're done with the image on the phone, get it out of Polish, get it out of Lightroom, and we have it ready. Transfer everything over to the computer, and I told you guys we use simple stuff. This is Microsoft Paint. It's no special program, no nothing like that. This is what we use. We even do some tweaking of the colors and whatnot in here, and lines and things like that, especially lines if you got to do any line work. But we go ahead and bring it in here, and then our process, I told you guys, is really just trial and error and seat of our pants. We go to the page setup after we brought the graphic in, and then what we do is we adjust the scaling, and we adjust the scaling to what we think. We usually start around, well, it depends on the body. Usually start at about 20%. We do this, and we'll put plain paper into the printer, and we'll print it off. And I'm gonna go do that right now and show you what happens. This will go to plain paper. No special settings or anything. We're just trying to get our sizing right. So I'm going to print this thing off on plain paper, and I'll show you what we do after that. Okay, so we printed the image, and this is plain typing paper. This is the printer we use if anybody is curious. It does a pretty good job. I know we'll have to upgrade this thing at some point, but this is what we're using currently. And right now we print on plain paper, and what we'll do from here is we'll take the image and we'll take it to the body of the truck. I can already tell you, well, this one might be okay, but we're going to take it over to the body of the truck, and I'll show you what we do from there. Okay, so this is one thing I haven't showed you. This body has already been stripped. Has not been sanded yet, but this is a Hot Wheels casting that we've stripped, and this is the paint stripper we use. This is the one it's the second one we use. This one actually works a little better. This one you can brush it on, or you can dump a whole bunch into a bowl, and just stick the body down in it and let it go. When you pull it out, wash it off with soap. We love Dawn Power Wash in here. If you guys hadn't used this on your wheels and tires for your vehicle, you should. And we wash it off, and then we get this. And then what we do from here is we'll take this body and we'll sand it fine. We'll actually use a rough, and then we'll go to a fine grit, and we'll get it ready for the decals. We do use primer, just regular automotive primer in a rattle can, and that process. So back to the decals. So we got this one printed out on plain paper, and what we do is we basically just do this. We just try to check the sizing and see how close we are. Sorry, my hands are in the way. You can check the hood. This actually looks pretty decent to me. I know it's hard to see, guys, light. My kitchen is not the most lit thing, but see, we're pretty close right there. We'll turn it around and we'll look up on the side, position everything. We're pretty good at the bottom, and you can see at the top we're over. So that one, sorry, I'm trying to get everything focused. And this is, like I said, this is the trial and error of it for us. So we'd shrink this one down. We did this one at 20%. We go back into the page setup on Microsoft Paint, and I'd take it down. I can take it down to maybe 15 and see where we're at with that. And if it's closer and everything's lining up better, you see what I'm doing? I'm lining the image up on the bottom, and I'm trying to see where we're at on top. And then I can also, well, if I move it a little bit, how much of the graphic am I losing at the bottom? So I know I need to shrink it some. So just go back into page setup. We'll print it again. We'll take the same paper, flip it over, print it again, and check it just like I just showed you again. A lot of times I'll go ahead and cut like the side out and hold it up against the body, and that works pretty good too, because then you can see really good how it is. So you could just go in here and cut the side out or cut the hood out and just lay it up on the body, so you know you got your sizing right. That's how we do sizing. I know it's primitive. I know there are better ways, but like I said, this is what we're doing right now. It's working for us. So you guys, like I said, I can show you what I do, but it's up to you to find your own way. Then when we get the sizing right, what we'll do is we'll print on decal paper. This is the decal paper we use. It's I get it from Amazon. There's the name and everything like that. It's waterslide decal paper, white background, for inkjet printers. White background, you need white background or black background, simply because if you get a clear, you have to use an extremely light color if you use clear waterside decal paper. That's why we use a white background waterslide paper, or you can use black, either one. And like I said, you can get it from Amazon. And there you go. So on to the next thing. All right, guys, it's a lovely day here in Southwest Virginia. But next part is, as you guys know, you've seen me do it in videos already, is applying decals. Part of this is what we were asked was, and like I was showing you on the graphic that we print on plain paper, cutting them out and how to apply them. I do cut them out. I cut the sides out. I cut the hood out. If I do anything on the roof or the tailgate, I cut all those out separately and I lay them on. I have yet to try to completely do a wrap on a vehicle. I know I need to, and I will in the future, and I'll let you guys know how that goes. I might even do a video of trying to do it, a fail or not. But this is what's working for us right now. I get the colors as close as I can to what we've painted the truck. And the reason why is when I cut like this side decal on this gunslinger, when I cut it out and I lay it on, there is a little transition that you can actually see. Same with the hood and things like that. Now what I do is I take paint, the most closely matched paint that I can get, and I brush the edges to blend. That's how I blend the decals in and get them looking like this without doing a full body wrap. So that's how I'm doing it. I am cutting each panel out, left side, right side, tailgate, hood, roof, even grill if we do grill. I'm cutting those out and I'm putting them on one at a time, and then I'm going back with paint and a brush and blending everything back in the best I can to try to, I don't know if my camera will focus enough. This one, you can't even really see it. That's how decent we got this one. You can't even really tell. But if you could, you can tell in one way, because this shade is a little bit different from this shade. But that seems to work pretty good for us. So that's, again, our process, how we're doing it. And I hope this helps you guys. I hope this encourages you to try it. The decal paper is not very expensive. The stripper is not very expensive. Like I said, polish is free. You just need a little time and patience, and give it a shot. And good luck. You guys got any questions, please leave them in the comments. Please keep video ideas coming. We'll do them. We want to help. We want to help grow this community. I know it's a pretty big community, but I'd like to see the monster truck customizing community as big as the Hot Wheels customizing community. I know it'll never be there, but we can give them a run for our money, and we can show them that, yeah, our stuff is just as cool as their stuff. So, like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one. And please keep the comments, questions, everything coming. See you.